It's time for bookkeeping, beer, and BS.
I'll tell you real quick with a recruiting thing we did last year for Christmas lights, Rob, just as a tip. Gigs in Craigslist worked really well for a lot of clients. It's just because obviously it's a short-term thing they're looking for, so it works out really well. And then for a few of our clients, we'd put in like make 15 grand over the next 3 months or whatever that is, and that worked really well.
We changed to put the weekly range for what people should be earning, and that seemed to make a huge difference over the hourly.
Big time.
And it is. It's
why is that? Why do you think that is?
I think sometimes people can't do basic math, and they'd rather look at how much money can I make versus how many hours do I need to work to make that. And it probably shows too, like if you get paid $20 an hour, but there's only 20 hours a week worth of work available versus, we're having people work 40 hours in 4 days. So
yeah, that's the key. It's a bigger number one. And then number two, everybody's paycheck's weekly, not hourly. They get that weekly paycheck gets deposited, and I'll pay you $50 an hour, but I only got 5 hours a week of work, like Rob said.
Yeah.
Weekly's much better.
I dig it. Shawn, what are you seeing overall from a recruiting perspective? Are you seeing with the ups and downs of the economy here, are you starting to see more applicants come back than what everybody was complaining about over the winter months? Or is it still, pulling teeth everywhere? What does it look like?
It's a little bit better, but it's not easy. By any means. You're still spending some money to find some people. It's still supply and demand is still goofy. It's still, there's 10 jobs for the one you're posting on Indeed or Craigslist or wherever it is. But it's, I think the job hopping has stopped a little bit than what it was, meaning, I've got 10 other places I can go. If I'm not happy today, I'm out of here type of thing. I think that's starting to slow down a little bit. I'll tell you what's picked up a lot just from what I've heard from clients and past clients is employee referrals has seemed to really, really come of age because everybody's kind of done job hopping a little bit. And I've got a great job. All these raises have come about, so we're making good money. You ought to work for me or with me. So that's a little bit helped a little bit, but I mean, there's still job hopping a lot more than what they were 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
Yeah. It's kind of like gas prices. It's like they went up to almost $5 a gallon or $5 a gallon in some places. They came back down to like, by me, it was $4.80, $4.90, and now they're back to like $4.60. And I'm like, nice, 30 cents a gallon back, but they're not back to $2.50 yet. That's for sure.
Yeah.
No.
Kind of feels the same.
Rob, the whole, the referral or recommendation thing, I don't know what we're doing wrong. We've had multiple times where we've had somebody like, yeah, man, let me bring you over here. You come work. And then it sunk 2 ships is what ended up happening. We had somebody, Dan's doing great. He's like, yeah, Shawn, come here. And then Shawn's a turd. And then Dan becomes an absolute super turd. And, the guy who quit, he was a, recommendation or previous coworker of one of the, of my number 2. And, now looking back at it, he was leaving law enforcement and it was a messy situation. So this was kind of like we were his rebound or interim.
I like rebound. You're the dude that he dated until he went and found another.
But it's been rough because I want to be able to leverage that. Like I want guys to be able to say, yeah, man, like this is a great place. Come work here to their friends and build that culture. But it has literally bit us in the ass. Like,
did you? Are you putting them on the same truck?
We have.
Try to keep them separate. That might work a little bit better because they'll do a lot of chitting and a lot of chatting in the truck and bitching, and then all of a sudden, both of them, like you said, both of them are fed up with stuff because they're sitting there gossiping and talking, work sucks type of thing. If they're willing to come on board but work somewhere separately with another employee, you might.